everybody. Today we're going to talk about something that generally isn't ever asked or very rarely asked. Is your warranty rate fair? And when you're calculating warranties, a lot of times I hear people, they just say, hey, we're locked in on our warranty rate. We can't change it. We're on the auto renewal program. And I'm going to talk in some detail about warranty rate structure and how to get the highest rate from the manufacturer on a consistent basis. And starting with that, you're not locked in. There's generally two ways that warranty rates are calculated. The first one, the most common one, and the one that the manufacturers want everybody on, is the auto increase. That means that once a year they look at the consumer price increase and they give you that increase, which the last several years has not been very much at all. That usually is a contract that is every 3 years renewed or something. It is imperative that you know, first of all, what type of structure you have in your warranty program. Are you on that auto increase? And where are you at in that contract availability? Even if you are on the auto increase, the reality is that if you make a special request for consideration and it's within that 3-year period, one time, let's say you're in year 2 and you'd like to get a warranty rate consideration, you're going to listen to the calls and today and implement some things to change it. Let's say that you're in that mode. Do a formal request, a written request to the manufacturer that you would like a one-shot consideration. Have a cause for it. So the letter can't read like this, that, hey, would like to get more money, I'm not getting enough. However, if we mention that we upgraded our facility or we've added a lot of special equipment and tools, we have spent a lot of money on training technician staff, or we have to compensate our technicians more. Whatever the issues are that you're facing, it's fair to mention them. That one-shot increase is going to be based on some things we're going to talk about in a while. The other thing that you can use, and obviously check your policy and procedure manual. Every manufacturer is different, but most offer a second way to calculate warranty rates. And this second way would be less popular and a little harder to use. That would include some cost calculations, what your technician cost is, what the compensation packages are, health insurance, and get into a little more detail with those expenses and costs, calculates that into a structured rate that would be your warranty rate. Now, if I have had some concerns with let's say, the rate that I am getting compensated by the manufacturer, and I want to change some things on that, one of the things that you can do if you're out of that contract or near the end of that contract is let the manufacturer know that you're going to view it in a couple different ways and do what's most advantageous. Many times I find that if there is a lack of cooperation and increase in the rate, many times I find that someone goes to option on calculation for 1 year and then goes back to the automatic renewal. That's a good way to get the rate higher and then get that CPA increase off of that higher rate. But let's focus in right now on the automated program. if you ask for a warranty rate calculation on any level, they're going to look at some things at your dealership. The first thing that the dealer needs to understand is if you're not going to charge your pay customers a fair rate, forget asking the manufacturer to increase theirs. They're going to bring that up and look at it in great detail. Now, some manufacturers might say, we're going to leave the primary maintenance items off of the list. We're not going to include the tire rotations and oil changes. But by golly, you better be charging your retail customers as much as you're asking to charge the manufacturer. After you know which program you're on and you know what programs are available, and if you have any question about that, again, refer to the Policy and Procedure Manual. It's a good exercise to calculate your warranty rate both ways. The CPI index has been so low that your cost calculation might be greater than your automatic renewal. First thing I'd ask you to do with after you have that information is do a survey and check your other local dealerships within like a 10-mile radius of your store. If you have to go out to 15 or 20, that's okay. Check their retail rates and their warranty rates. And most of them will be straight up, give you an honest discussion and let you know where you stand. Many times you'll find that you're higher than your local dealerships. Many times you're going to find you're lower, substantially lower. And this is information that you need to have. And you should calculate this at least once a year. Another thing to do when you're wanting to go after a higher warranty rate is keep your training standards high. If you're under 80% in training and you have no commitment to train your techs, it is complicated, and the degree of difficulty expands a whole bunch when you're not paying attention to technician training standards. So be sure that you have your technicians monitored closely. Where's your dealership at? Does each technician have a training path? You see, that's an investment that you can use when you're seeking higher compensation on the warranty rates. Another thing that is always going to be looked at is your customer satisfaction scores. Again, if you've got real high customer satisfaction scores, this is a tool, this is a way for you to help increase your rate. And trust me, it is a consideration in any manufacturer review of your rate structure. And another word right now that's getting a lot of buzz in the industry and a lot of value with the manufacturers is retention. And they're actually measuring the retention that the dealership has. All these vehicles that are sold, are you retaining them as service customers, or are they going somewhere else? So just understand this, that of course customer satisfaction means generally you would have good retention, and those things are calculated and reviewed and studied, all of these things in consideration for a higher warranty rate. The interesting thing is that if you look at all of these things, they drive the bottom line profitability of the dealership. It's the right way to do business anyway. And even though it's not a consideration in the conversation so far, it's another justification to be sure that you're charging yourself a good, fair rate? What's your internal rate? If you're going to charge your manufacturers and you want more from them, are you getting enough? We talked about it in previous calls. Are you getting enough from yourself? Work in your warranty rate standards. Drive your results anyway. So the smart move is to ask, could I do better on my warranty rate? Is my warranty rate fair? It might surprise you asking that question, what the result would be to your bottom line. All right, well, everybody have a great day. I hope you use this information and drive your warranty rates to the maximum possible. Have a great day and take care.
Hi.
Bye-bye.
Are you struggling to increase your service department's effective labor rate? Many dealerships today are. We can help you with our proven process and years of experiences. My team has been through all that you face today. We have found solutions for even the largest problems, such as employees that are not team players, no one updating the customer on the completion time of their vehicle, no walkarounds being performed at all, and worst of all, shrinking profit margins. Fix Performance is the solution you've been looking for. We will take your service department to the next level of performance by increasing your customer retention, turning your staff into a team, and best of all, maximizing your effective labor rate. So let me ask you, what are you waiting for? Give us a call today at 888-205-8718. Fix Performance, where we have total commitment to your team's excellence.